Foreign ministers of 10 ASEAN member countries have reaffirmed their desire to work together to realize the ASEAN 2025 vision following the formal establishment of Asean Community on December 31, 2015. The ministers made the reaffirmation in their joint communique issued after their 49th meeting held in Vientiane on July 24th. The meeting, under the theme Turning Vision into Reality for a Dynamic ASEAN Community, was chaired by Lao Minister of Foreign Affairs Salim Sai Kommasit and attended by his ASEAN counterparts. In the joint communique, the ministers stated, "We resolve to continue deepening and advancing ASEAN community building as well as regional integration. We reaffirmed our commitment to the full and effective implementation of the ASEAN Community Vision 2025. They also pledged to fully implement the 3 new blueprints which set out the future direction for a politically cohesive, economically integrated, socially responsible, and a truly rules-based, people-oriented, people-centered ASEAN community." The ministers reaffirmed their shared commitment to maintaining and promoting peace, security, and stability in the region, as well as to the peaceful resolution of disputes, including full respect for legal and diplomatic processes, without resorting to the threat or use of force, in accordance with the universally recognized principles of international law, including the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. The ministers noted the progress made in the implementation of the Initiative for ASEAN Integration, or IAI, Work Plan 2, 2009-2015. The foreign ministers welcomed the efforts to promote complementarities between the ASEAN Community Vision 2025 and the United Nations 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development.
That this year is another.
In addition, the ministers reiterated their commitment to preserve the Southeast Asian region as a nuclear weapon-free zone and free of all other weapons of mass destruction as enshrined in the Treaty on the Southeast Asia Nuclear Weapon-Free Zone, or SEANWFZ Treaty, and the ASEAN Charter. The ministers reaffirmed the ASEAN Intergovernmental Commission on Human Rights as a consultative body integral to the ASEAN organizational structure and its role as the overarching human rights institution in ASEAN. The ministers underscored the importance of strengthening regional cooperation and promoting mutual trust and understanding in maritime security and maritime safety to ensure peace and stability, as well as the safety of sea lanes, freedom of navigation, and overflight and unimpeded commerce. They also noted that challenges of illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing remain in the region. The ministers continue to strongly condemn the act of terrorism in all its forms and manifestation, especially with regard to the recent terrorist attacks in the region and other parts of the world. The ministers recognized the need to implement appropriate monetary, fiscal, and macroprudential policies to maintain sustained economic growth and promote macroeconomic and financial stability. Also, the ministers noted the new record of 113 million international visitors arrivals to ASEAN in 2015, an increase of 8% compared to 2014. The ministers noted with great concern that climate change has already caused major loss and damage throughout the ASEAN region. The ministers welcomed the adoption of the ASEAN Strategic Plan for Information and Media 2016-2025. The ministers emphasized the importance of maintaining ASEAN centrality in the evolving regional architecture and agreed to work closely with all partners through the various ASEAN-led mechanisms. The ministers said they were pleased to note the growing interest of external parties in pursuing formal partnership with ASEAN. Regarding the South China Sea dispute, the ministers said in a joint communique, "We reaffirm the importance of maintaining and promoting peace, security, stability, safety, and freedom of navigation in and overflight above the South China Sea." In this regard, the ministers further reaffirmed the need to enhance mutual trust and confidence, exercise self-restraint in the conduct of activities, and avoid actions that may further complicate the situation, and pursue peaceful resolution of disputes in accordance with international law, including the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. The foreign minister said, "We emphasize the importance of non-militarization and self-restraint in the conduct of all activities, including land reclamation that would further complicate the situation and escalate tension in the South China Sea." The ministers reaffirmed ASEAN's support for the inalienable rights of the Palestinian people, including the right to self-determination for an independent state of Palestine, and a two-state solution for Israel and Palestine that will usher in an environment where Israel and Palestine live alongside each other in peace. The ministers strongly condemned the violence and brutality committed by terrorist groups whose impact increasingly poses a serious threat to regional and international peace and security. Also, the ministers shared concern over current developments in the Korean Peninsula, including the nuclear tests on 6 January 2016, rocket launch on 7 February 2016, and ballistic missile launch on 9 July 2016 by the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, or DPRK, which are in violation of the United Nations Security Council, or UNSC, resolutions. The ministers reiterated ASEAN's support for the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula in a peaceful manner.